Good evening. I'm Ashton Loomis here with you tonight for the Lancers boys JV matchup against the New Auburn Trojans. Excuse me. Took me a second there. Um, both teams out on the floor, ready to square off. Connor Sullivan will man the jump for the Lancers up against Matt Elmhorst for the Trojans. Sorry, vibrated the camera a little bit there. Got setting on the tripod a little too tight. Williams will bring it up the floor for the Lancers after Trojans lost it out of bounds there. Williams with it up top over to Kern. Lancers a little bit more short-handed than they typically are tonight. Daniel Mayhew not playing in the JV game tonight. He'll save his two halves of play for Varsity. And also, I believe Daniel Hine will only play one half for the Lancers. He's on the bench now, so I'm guessing he will wait till the second half to come in. Thereas the Trojans able to get on the board first, and the Lancers will bring it the other way. Andrew Lau is still out, not yet eligible to play tonight. After suffering that concussion a few weeks ago, but I believe he's hoping to be back this week. So hopefully we get to see him back out there in action here soon. Sullivan with it for the Lancers, over to Williams. Pass in the corner to Rademacher. Williams again, feed down low to Oster. Almost lost out of bounds. Would have been tipped out by the Trojans, but the Lancers able to get it back there. Sullivan over to Williams. Drives in, kicks out in the corner for Rademacher. Lancers use some ball movement over to the other side of the floor here. Got to space the floor and not just shut themselves down to one half of it. Missed three there from Williams, and now foul over the back on Tim Oster. First personal, team's first. 14:04 on the clock in the first half, 2-0. Trojans with the early lead. Elmhorst drives inside, looks to kick it out, and almost lost out of bounds. Good save there for Fetty, number 25. Mid-range jumper there, no good. Lancers unable to secure the rebound. New Auburn will get a second chance at it. And number 25 on the putback there, Fetty, able to score that one, 4-0. Trojans. Rademacher in the corner. Back to Williams. And pass stolen away. New Auburn will come the other way with it. And Fetty off the glass, able to score it. Timeout, Lancers. Lancers with a few early turnovers there that timeout. Gonna talk things over and Coach gonna try to get him calmed down and put some energy into it out there. "13 minutes, 2 seconds on the game clock in the first half, 6-0. Trojans lead. Right after the conclusion of this game, the varsity teams will tip off. It should be a good game. Definitely encourage you to stick around for that one if you would like. Lancers back out of the huddle here. ready to go again, try to get back in this and I think play a little bit stronger out there, make some smarter decisions. Rademacher in the corner, out to Sullivan. Williams up top. Kicks to Kern in the corner, back to Williams. Lancers working the ball around. Trojans defense early on looks very solid. They've put quite a bit of pressure on the ball. Williams dribbles over up top now into the corner for Rademacher. Lancers haven't had the opportunity early on to get the ball into the post very much. Like to see him be able to establish an inside presence and maybe be able to work from the inside out as well. Austin into the corner for Kevin. Back to Williams, catch and shoot three, left it short. Oster grabs the far side rebound though. Lancers will get a second chance. Ball poked out of his hands. Out of bounds, last touch by the Trojans. Austin looking at inbound for the Lancers. Gets it into Sullivan. Over to Justin Cole, who's just checked into the game for the first time. And Tyler Radical also out there. Sullivan over to Williams. Far pass in the corner to Tyler. Now to Justin. Lancers still just working it around. Trying to get the open look. Pass tipped and taken away by the Trojans. Another Lancers turnover. Manuel's not going to want to give up any more of those. Number 22 out there is not listed on my roster. So my apologies, I won't be able to provide you with his name. Thereas Amherst takes the elbow jumper and sinks at 8-0 now to score. New Auburn with the lead. Williams feeds to Kevin at the free throw line. Jumper was no good. And number 22 able to come away with the rebound for the Trojans. New Auburn does have quite a bit of size out there. They look like a big, strong team. I think they're going to try to take advantage of the Lancers inside. Thereas 22 scores it off the glass. 10-0, Lancers still unable to get something going on offense. And haven't been able to stop the Trojans either. There they committed another turnover. Amherst took the pass away, and New Auburn back up the floor. Bishel feeds to number 22 there, and a good pass down low for Amherst. Another bucket for him. Cole looks for something to do with it. Over to Williams, feeds Kern there, pass, or had it tipped away, and 22 up the floor. And 14-0 now the score. Another timeout called by the Lancers. Slow start in this one. Trojans definitely playing good defense, but the Lancers have just been way too sloppy out there. They're going to have to clean it up as this one progresses. Lancers back out there. Will be their ball. Emmanuel's only taken a few shots so far in this one, as many of their offensive possessions have just ended in turnovers. Williams over to Sullivan. Back to Austin. Rademacher in the corner. Austin's pass there to Connor. Almost taken away there by number 22. And pass there intended for Radical. New Auburn up the floor the other way. Shot no good, and Oster able to come down with the rebound for the Lancers. Matt in the corner. Up to Austin. Kicks out to Radical. Back to Austin. Better ball movement here for the Lancers. Jumper there from Rademacher. Couldn't get it to go. Good shot to take, though. Had enough space to take it. Just couldn't quite get it to fall. Fetty out to number 22. And pass there taken away by Matt. Able to get it up to Connor. And the Lancers will set back up in the offense. Pass tipped. Rademacher able to control it, though. Out to Williams. Now Radical catch and shoot three. Just a little bit too short there. And Trojans back up the floor. 14-0 still a score. New Auburn leading the Lancers. Feed inside there for Amherst. Over to number 22. And he's able to kick it out to Beischel. Trojans will reset. Good feed down low there for Fetty. And uses the glass and scores. And pass lost out of bounds. Couldn't tell if it was tipped or not. It's not tipped. It'll be Trojans' ball. I think if the Lancers can just find a way to be able to work the ball around, they'd be in a lot better shape here. As they force another turnover there, Tyler Radical able to come up with a steal. Cole into the corner for Tyler. Feeds Tim down low, goes up with it, and scores. Lancers get on the board now, 16-2 the score. Uh, 24 North has just checked into the game for New Auburn. And interesting shot there from Amherst, but able to score it. Trojans have quite a few things going right for them. Justin over to Williams. Feeds high post for Oster. And Tim just loses it there. Well, I shouldn't say that. It was definitely a forced turnover. Trojans took it away from him. And pass lost out of bounds off the hands of number 54. Also not listed on the roster. And Lancers get the ball back again to see if they can make something of it. Cole at the wing, up to Williams. Austin into the corner for Sullivan. Looks to do something with it. Gets to Austin, catch and shoot jumper, no good. And Fetty able to come down with the rebound for the Trojans. Timeout called New Auburn now. Their first time out of the game. 18-2 the score, 5:34 left in the first half. Lancers, I think, early on played some decent defense. Or, excuse me, I think didn't start out playing good defense. Lately, I think they've done a little bit better, but offensively, they still haven't been able to find a way to stop the turnovers, which they're going to have to do if they want to get back into this one. Lancers will set up in the 1-3-1. Trojans slowly working it across half court. Special feeds for Amherst there. Goes up inside. Counted on the foul. Tough foul call on the Lancers there. Foul on Justin Cole. First personal, second team foul. It's been a clean game so far. Not a lot of fouls. 2 for the Lancers, the only ones committed so far. Free throw. No good, Lancers. We'll take it back the other way. Kevin goes up with it. Couldn't quite get to go. Rebound pulled down by Sullivan, and foul called against New Auburn. Foul called on Fetty. First personal, first team foul. Oster will take the jumper. No good. Had a lot of hands in his face there. Fetty underneath went up with it, couldn't get it to go. Number 22 will take the open baseline jumper, no good. And the Trojans are going to back it out and reset. Tough shot there from Elmhurst, no good. And another foul called against Emmanuel. .54 at the line, shooting 2 for the Trojans. First one good. Fouls on Lancers number 14, Connor Sullivan. First personal, third team foul. 4:37 left in the first half. Second one, no good. Lancers, I don't know, just didn't grab the rebound there. Went through a couple of their hands, just couldn't come away with it. Number 22 lost the ball in the lane there. Lancers able to pick it up. Justin Cole looking to push it up the floor for the Lancers. Picks up his dribble. Radical up top, back to Justin. Trojans haven't given Emmanuel any real room to work with so far. Haven't had a lot of uncontested shots. Radical over to Kern. Out to Cole now. Sullivan, far corner. 3:46 left in the first half now. Rademacher, he'll take the baseline jumper and got it. 21-4, good shot there taken by Matt. Able to knock it down. Get the Lancers' second bucket of the game so far. Elmhurst into the paint now. Kicks it out for Bishel, who shot the 3. No good now. Foul on the Lancers on the second chance attempt by number 22. Foul on Kevin Kern, first personal, fourth team foul. First one no good. Second on the way, that one is good. 22-4 now the score. Lancers trail the Trojans. Cole feeds in to Kern, into the corner for Radical, catch and shoot 3. Just a little bit too strong. And ball out of bounds, last touched by the Lancers. 54 with it there. Pass tip there by Sullivan. Trojans resetting the offense though. Elmhurst inside with it. Used the pump fake, went up with it, couldn't go. Got his own rebound though. Lancers definitely believe they've been out-rebounded so far. Peterson with it up to 22 now. Bischel over there. Trojans working the ball around. Pass tip there by Sullivan. Unable to come away with it. And now lost out of bounds by Peterson. Lancers will take it. Cole up the floor again for the Lancers. Radical in the corner. Drives baseline. Pass off to Tim there. Or, excuse me, not Tim, Kevin. Sorry about that. Couldn't handle it. And Trojans back the other way. Bischel near side. Now over to number 22. Elmhurst with it at the wing. Elmhurst up with it in the lane, no good. And Cole pulls down the rebound for the Lancers. Sullivan into the corner for Radical. And Trojans come away with it. Up the floor, 22 scores it off the glass. 24-4 now, just under a minute to play in the first half. Sullivan over to Cole. Radical, good feed down low for Kern. And couldn't quite score it though. Had a lot of bodies around him. And Trojans into the front court now with it. Bischel over to 22. Back to Bischel. It's kind of been their theme for getting the ball up the floor. Elmhurst. Over to 22. Back to Elmhurst. Pass tip, but Trojans able to secure it. 10 seconds left now in the half. And 22 with it inside. Jump ball called. Lancers will take it off the possession arrow. 5.7 seconds on the clock. Lancers going to have to get it up the floor in a hurry. Austin Williams into the game for Connor Sullivan. Austin will push it up the floor. 2 seconds. Up to Cole. And Justin tried to make the extra pass there to Kevin. Couldn't get it off in time. 24-4, the score at halftime. Lancers trailing New Auburn. A bit of a tough half for the Lancers. Energy a little bit lacking getting off the bus tonight. I think they'll have to look to go out there with a much better half than they had first time out, try to crawl their way back into it. We'll take about a 10-minute break and be back for the second half. And we're back for the second half. Lancers trailing the Trojans 24-4 at halftime. Second half just underway now. Lancers, Daniel Hine will be out there for the second half. Able to play, saving 2 halves eligibility for varsity tonight. Trojans working the ball around, and now foul. I believe it'll be on Connor Sullivan. Connor's second personal, team's first. Trojans get it in for, Fetty. And let's just pull the rebound down that time. We'll bring it up the floor. Foul called on number 22 of the Trojans. No, 32. That's Bishel. First personal, team's first. Sullivan with it for the Lancers. Over to Williams. Gets it over to Sullivan again. In the corner to Hine. Ball movements looked a little bit better out there on this possession for the Lancers. Can shoot 3 for Williams. Couldn't quite get it to go, and Trojans come away with the rebound. Just got asked kind of what's going on with the Lancers in this one, down 24-4. They came out, didn't have the typical energy and sharpness that they usually play with, as Austin brings it up the floor for the Lancers. Had a lot of first half turnovers. I think that's going to definitely be big for them if they want to start to try to get back in this one. And travel called against Daniel Hine there. Also, I think the Trojans out-rebounded them and did a really good job on defense, not letting the Lancers work the ball inside, which is something Emmanuel needs to do in this half. I think they need to establish that inside presence, and then they can work on trying to work inside out from that. Ball out of bounds there. Lancers come away with it. 13:56 on the game clock. Hine in the corner. Tries to feed to Oster there. I don't think the pass was there for him. He had already committed, though, jumped when he made the pass. And another turnover. Blocked from behind there by Oster. Nice job not fouling. Hine drives baseline over to Kern. Floater no good. Oster pulls down the offensive rebound, though. Could have gone up with it, had the opportunity, I think, to, if nothing else, draw the foul, and he opted not to. Lancers got to play aggressive and try to be big. Hine with it for the Lancers, goes up no good. Ball out of bounds. Lancers will keep it. Justin Cole checks into the game for Lancers. Justin's done a pretty good job out there so far tonight. Hine catch and shoot off the inbound, no good. Pokes the ball away, though, and jump ball called. I believe it'll be Trojans' ball. Nope, it will stay with Lancers. Possession arrow keeps it here. Hine will throw it in for the Lancers. Gets it out to Sullivan. Finds Hine in the corner. Lancers do look sharper out there than they did in the first half, but going to have to find a way to score. Hine on the catch and shoot three. That one no good as well. And ball out of bounds, last touch by the Trojans. Lancers get it back. They have looked a bit more aggressive, which is without a doubt something you'd want to see when you're down 24-4 here. Hine dribbles between the circles. Passes it over to Sullivan. And try to get the entry pass to Tim at high post. Pass tipped and taken away by the Trojans. Number 40, Ethan Lotz, is out there. He wasn't out there for the first half of play. Assume he's probably playing a couple halves on varsity tonight. Probably the reason why. Tyler Radical into the game for Tim Oster. Justin dribbles inside. And foul called now against New Auburn. Foul's on Fetty, his second personal, team second. Hine. And tried to get the pass in there. It was either intended for Sullivan or Kern. Connor went for it and lost it. I believe it was Fetty that was able to come away with it there. And over and back called now against New Auburn. Lancers take it. 11:24 on the clock. Connor in the corner. Has it stripped, and Trojan security able to come away with the basketball. Neither team has scored in the second half so far. Hine takes the pass away, goes down the floor, couldn't score it off the glass, and definitely thought Connor went over the back there. No whistle was blown. Swatted the ball out of bounds. New Auburn will take it. Lots over to 22. Up to Bischel, now 22 again. New Auburn's worked it around well. I think defensively for the Lancers, they've done a bit of a better job in the second half. Trying to prevent the dribble drive. Trojans were able to drive into the lane a bit too easy throughout the course of the first half. Matt Rademacher checks in for Connor Sullivan. And inbound pass tip there. Trojans able to chase it down though. Bischel holds it, gives up to Lotz, and he goes up with it underneath. Able to score it 26-4 now. Hine into the front court for the Lancers. Feeds to Kern. Rademacher in the corner now. Lancers just working around the perimeter. Almost had it taken away. And Hine goes to the ground pretty hard there. Push called on Fetty. Third personal, third team foul. Hine will throw it in for the Lancers. Gets into Cole. Up to Rademacher. Over to Hine. Steps into the three. And no good on that one either. Lots over to 22. Back to Watts. Trojans have definitely played a good game so far. I think their defense is what's, well, I mean, obviously look at the scoreboard. It's definitely shut down the Lancers. Tim Oster comes in the game. Kevin Colonel check out. Daniel up the floor for the Lancers. Rademacher in the corner. Up to Hine now. Radical in the corner. Catch and shoot three. Got it. Tyler Radical with a three there for the Lancers. And 26-7 now the score. I've liked the way Tyler's played in this one so far. I think he's had a good game regarding the shots that he's taken. Think that was his first make there, but I think he's had good shot selection and good willingness to take them. I think sometimes he passes up a shot, but tonight he's looked good out there. Lots with it for the Trojans. Gets it out for 22. Hine takes it away for the Lancers up the floor and had it swatted there by Lotz. But Rademacher able to come away with it and put it in for the Lancers. 26-9 now. Lotz pass underneath for number 54. Good pass. Got his own rebound. And foul called against Emmanuel on the putback. Fouls on Tim Oster. Second personal, third team foul. Number 54 at the line, shooting 2 for New Auburn. First one a little too strong. Hopefully the Connor Sullivan in the game for the Lancers. Hopefully the video quality tonight is better than it has been lately the past couple games. We've had some troubles with internet connection, I think, along with perhaps YouTube not functioning as normal. So hopefully that's resolved and working better for you tonight. Free throw line jumper there from Oster, no good. Trojans up the floor the other way. 22 with it on the block. And no good. Hine looking to push for the Lancers. Goes up with it, bounces around, wouldn't go. Foul called on New Auburn's Fetty. Fourth personal now. Fourth team foul. So Fetty will have to watch the fouls a bit. Hines first at the line is good. 27-10 now the score. Second one on the way. Got them both. Bischel gives up for 22 now. Feed down low for 54. Trojans will pull it back out. Try to set back up. And 24 had it blocked there. I think it was Tim that was able to get a hand on it. Austin had it poked away there. Able to get into the corner for Hine. Baseline jumper, too strong, and Bischel comes away with it. Timeout called by New Auburn. 6:30 left in the second half, 27-11 the score. Lancers, I think, have looked better since halftime, but they're going to have to really put together some good offense, get back in this one, which would be good to see. Was asked in the live chat what the score is from our own account, so I'm guessing they're asking from the booth back at home. 27-11 is the score. If you could, with 6:30 left in the game, if somebody could put that into the live chat for me, that'd be greatly appreciated, because I can't really respond to live chats here with just my phone doing the recording. So thanks in advance if you could do that. Austin takes the pass away there. Gets it in the front court for Emmanuel. Over to Sullivan. Kicks out to Williams. Out to Sullivan. 3 at the top of the key. Got it. All net there from Connor Sullivan. And now another timeout called. Lancers call the timeout. 27-14 now. After the made 3 there from Connor. That's a good weapon for him to add to his arsenal. He does a good job in the paint. He's a great rebounder for the Lancers. Athletic player. Great to see him knocking down the 3 there and bring that in, making the defending team try to have to guard that as a weapon too. Just adds to his potential. It'll be New Auburn ball along the baseline. .54, tried to get the pass off there for Peterson down low. Tipped, went out of bounds, last touch by New Auburn. Williams up the floor for the Lancers. Over to Kern. Out to Sullivan. Hine in the corner. Drives baseline. Had it blocked from behind. And Peterson comes away with the rebound for the Trojans. Bischel with it. Guarded closely by Hine. Now over to Lotz. 54 up with it inside. No good. Rebound pulled down by Tim Oster. Sullivan goes up with the baseline. No good, but he gets fouled. Five minutes and 9 seconds left in the second half. Connor's first is good. Foul on Lott's first personal, team's 5th. Second one, left it short. And foul called against New Auburn. As Tim was able to, excuse me, I've done that twice now. Kevin, my apologies. Kevin was able to grab the offensive rebound for the Lancers. Hine looking about along the baseline, and pass stolen and taken away there by New Auburn. And travel inside there on Peterson. Tried to use the pump fake to go up with it, but just left the ground a little bit. Sullivan with it for Lancers. Good feed for Tim. Now Kevin out there. Lancers working around the perimeter now. Williams kicks out to Sullivan. Now Hine in the corner. Sullivan over to Williams. Catch and shoot three. Got it. Austin Williams buries the triple for the Lancers. 18-27 now. See if Lancers can keep up the good defense. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. Shot there no good from Peterson. And now Lott's able to hit the mid-range jumper. 29-18 now the score. Sullivan with it. Feeds Hine in the corner. Drives baseline jumper. No good, but he will get 2 shots at the free throw line. Just under 4 minutes to play now. Second one there from Daniel, no good. And foul on Tim Oster came over the back there a little bit on the inlet pass to high post. Tim's third personal, team's fourth. Justin Cullen in the game for the Lancers. Feed down low for number 54, able to use the glass and score. 31-19. Trojans leading. Hine catch and shoot three. Rimmed out. Daniel Hine coming off a great game last time out. Had over 20 points in the win on the road at Lake Holcomb. Hasn't quite been able to find his rhythm tonight. But he's definitely made a contribution here in the second half. Whether it's been by scoring or not, which, I mean, he definitely has gotten on the board several times, done a good job drawing the fouls, getting to the line. And just as I say that, he does it again. Foul on Fetty, 5th personal. He's fouled out now. 8th team foul on the Trojans. Number 24 North will come into the game for Fetty. Hine at the line to shoot 2. Got the front end. Excuse me, it's a 1-and-1, not shooting 2. Second one left a little short. Kern comes down with the rebound from Lancers and puts it off the glass and in. 22-31 now. 9-point deficit for the Lancers. 2:43 left in the game. Lots with it out to 22. Over to Bischel. And pass tipped out of bounds there by Sullivan. Last touch by him. Trojans will keep. Inbound pass almost taken away by the Lancers, but New Auburn able to keep control of it. Bischel over to Lotz. Lancers playing tight defense on him out on the perimeter. Bischel with it far side. Back to Lotz. 2 minutes left in the game now. Lotz over to Bischel. New Auburn definitely doing a good job taking their time off the clock here. 22 feeds for Bischel, leaves it for 54 and scores it off the glass. 33-22 now. New Auburn leads the Lancers. Hine over to Sullivan. Williams far pass over to Hine. Back out to Cole. Justin, catch and shoot three. No good there. And Trojans come away with it. Lots in the corner. And now a foul called on Curtin there as he tried to deny the inlet pass to low post for 54 there. 52.3 seconds left in the game. 54 with the baseline, gets it out to 22. Over to Bischel. Trojans willing to let the time run down on the clock with their 11-point lead here. Ball stolen away by Daniel Hine, goes up, had it blocked there by Lotz. Nice block from him. He's had two nice ones in the game. And 23 seconds left now. 22 feeds inside for Bischel and uses the glass and scores it. 12 seconds left. Williams up the floor for the Lancers. And pass in the corner, taken away. And that will be game. 35-22 final score. Lancers just came out, couldn't really play their best game in the first half. Second half, though, they a lot better, but was enough to be able to crawl back into this one. And varsity game will get underway here in a few minutes. Warm-ups will start pretty quickly. And thank you for watching. Keep here. We'll have it. We'll be here with the varsity game for you.
School Gymnasium. Tonight's contest features a non-conference matchup between the Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran Lancers and your very own Auburn Trojans. Visitors are reminded that this is an alcohol, tobacco-free premises and state law prohibits the use of these substances on all school property. Spectators are asked to please remain seated during the game and do not block entrances or exits to the gymnasium. We ask that everyone in attendance this evening practice good sportsmanship during tonight's game. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of tonight's contest. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. Starting lineup for the Eau Claire Lancers. Number 12, Ryan Zimmerman. Number 20, Isaiah Platt. Number 22, Ethan Zitto. Number 30, Brian Oster.
Ben Oster.
And number 42, Britton Rutz. The Auburn Trojans. Number 5, Trey Crowley. Number 12, Michael Peterson. 35, Nick Fox. Number 44, Tristan Harder. Number 51, Ethan Katz. College community assisted by Richard Doctor. Information tonight is provided by Athletic Benefits Center.
Let's go, Brian. Woo!
And good evening, I'm Ashton Loomis, here with you tonight for Varsity broadcast between the Lancers and the New Auburn Trojans. Ben Oster tipping off for the Lancers, up against number 51 Pats for the Trojans, and New Auburn wins the tip. They'll get the first possession. Roby feeds for number 12 there, jumper no good. Lancers able to secure the rebound. Plath over to Sito, now Rutz in the corner. Up to Isaiah. Sito with it up top, hands off for Zimmerman. Into the corner for Rutz, shoots the three, and left a little short. Isaiah inside comes away with the offensive board for the Lancers. Zimmerman in over to Oster, kicks it in the corner for Plath. Isaiah at the line here for the Lancers. First one's good. Fouls on Roby. First personal, teams first for New Auburn. And Isaiah hits them both. Lancers lead 2-0 early. Lancers applying a bit of a press here early in the game. Don't see that often. Throw a little surprise at the Trojans. See how they handle it. Pats gets it up for Peterson. Guarded by Plath. Now over to Walker. 44 there, went up with that one. Couldn't get it to go. Lancers couldn't come away with the rebound though. Shot there in the lane from Walker. No good. Now foul called on Lancers. Shot went down on the putback. And one opportunity here for Pats. Free throw's good. 3-2 the score. New Auburn on top. Fouls on Britton Rutz. First personal, teams first. Plath over to Siddle. Finds Rutz now near side. And I think that pass there was intended for Siddle, taken away by the Trojans. And foul on the Lancers. Walker will get a chance at the line for two. Foul on Isaiah Plath. First personal, team second. First one no good. Lancers on the season sitting at 11-4. Took home a win last time at Lake Holcomb. Neither free throw goes down there for Walker. Final score of the Lancers Lake Holcomb game, 81-68. Zimmerman on the mid-range jumper there, no good. And ball tipped out of bounds, last touch by New Auburn. It'll stay with the Lancers. No, they're going to give it to the Trojans. Peterson up the floor for New Auburn. Tries to feed down low. Pass stolen by Zimmerman here. And ball lost out of bounds. Lancers will keep it off the inbound. Siddle will throw it in underneath. Gets it in for Plath. Pass tip, but Isaiah able to handle it. Oster with it at high post. Gets it out to Siddle. Catch and shoot three. Left it short. And now foul called.
Debbie.
Foul on Roby for New Auburn. First personal, team second. Plath off the inbound. Rutz with it in the corner. Feeds Ben down low. Out to Isaiah. Shot there, rolls around and goes on the mid-range jumper. 4-3 Lancers take a lead now. New Auburn 11-6 on the year. Coming off a win at home against Winter. 77-25. On the win for him there. Zimmerman had the ball poked away there. Able to get it right back though. Rutz in the corner. He'll shoot the three. Got it. 7-3 now. Lancers on top. Britton coming off a great game last time out. Put up a career high 22 points. And ball lost out of bounds there On the feed down low for Pats. Lancers will come away with it. 14:27 left in the first half. Plath across the timeline for the Lancers. And tried to feed for Britton in the corner there. Foul called against New Auburn. Foul on Peterson, number 12. Got Isaiah on the arm on the pass. And they're going to change location on the inbound from baseline over to far sideline. Plath dribbles over, gets it to Britton. Now over to Zimmerman. Ruts in the corner, feeds for Oster. Looks for something to do with that. Gets it out for Sitto. Ruts in the corner, up to Plath. Lancers moving the ball around well, and just as I say, that pass tipped out of bounds off New Auburn. Number 4, Matt Elmhurst into the game for the Trojans. Number 44, Harder, will head to the bench. Zimmerman with it at the wing. Dribbles into the corner. Gets out to Sitto, now Ruts in the corner. Another three from him. A little bit too strong there. Definitely had a hand in the face on that one. Peterson with it. Feeds for Roby there, and turnover. Lancers will take it. Paul Schierenbeck and Daniel Hein will check into the game for Emmanuel. Britton, Ruts, and Isaiah Plath will come out. 7-3, Lancers on top. 13:29 on the clock in the first half. Zimmerman across half court. Over to Sitto. Oster with it underneath. Goes up and scores. Great job by Ben there. Willing to be aggressive. That's going to be good for the Lancers in this one if he can have a good night down low. Trojans do have some size. They're a strong team. So I think the matchups down low underneath are going to be a big key in the game. Foul called there against the Lancers. I believe it'll be on Ethan Sittle. And it will. First personal. Team's third. Trojans looking to get it in. And number 4, Elmhorst went up with it there. Couldn't get it to go. Lancers will push the other way. Interesting pass there from Paul. Tough pass to make. He got it to Ben, though, and Ben couldn't quite finish. Ryan Falls trying to save the ball from going out of bounds, but couldn't come away with it. But that time he is able to get into the passing lane and take that one for the Lancers. Schierbeck in the corner. He'll shoot the three. Got it. Lancers up 12-3. Timeout called New Auburn. Great start to the game for the Lancers. Defensively, they've looked strong out there offensively. Moving the ball pretty well. Finding open shooters a few times. Taking, I think, overall for the most part, taking the right shots. Shooting with confidence. Able to pull together the early lead. Always big to see who can come out strong in the early going and jump out to a lead to start the game. Lancers have done a nice job of doing that so far in this one. 12:22 on the clock in the first half. Peterson up the floor for the Trojans. Elmhurst feeds to Roby. Three, no good there. And Lancers will come up the floor the other way. Schierbeck in the corner. Try to get it out to Sittle there. Oster able to secure the deflected pass, though. Good feed from Ben. Paul able to put that one up and in. Roby pass down low for Pats. Tipped out of bounds by the Lancers. Trojans will keep it. Peterson will look to get it in. Britton Rutz in the game for Ben Oster, along with Isaiah Plath in for Ethan Siddle. Roby in the corner. He feeds for Peterson and back in the corner again now to Roby. Goes inside. Good ball movement there, and foul called against the Lancers on Walker's shot in the lane there. Foul on Britton Rutz. Second personal now. Fourth team foul. First free throw left it short. Ben Oster into the game for Britton Rutz after picking up his second personal early on. He's going to have to watch that. Rest of the half will take a break on the bench. Walker left both free throws a little short. Lancers will take it along the baseline. 11:30 left in the first half. Schierbeck in the corner. Gets out to Plath. Over to Hine. Paul with it at the wing for the Lancers. Hine at the wing, goes inside, kicks out to Plath. Down to the corner for Schierbeck. Lancers have looked sharp moving the ball around. Daniel Hine will take the jumper there. No good, ball out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Trojans. 14-3, Lancers lead. Peterson over to Pats. Now Roby. Trojans looking to get something going. Lancers in the man defense. Roby feeds down low for Pats and uses glass and scores. Good job by Pats, was able to seal Ben off a little bit and put that one in. Plath over to Hine. Back up to Isaiah. Schierbeck dribbles it around the perimeter. Oster at high post. Now to Plath. Schierbeck in the corner. He'll take the three and got it. Lancers got to keep the energy up out there. – 17-5 the score. Ball tipped out of bounds by Ben. Trojans will inbound along the baseline. Peterson will try to get it in. And pass in the lane intended there for Pats. Lancers come away with it. And Hine went up with that one, couldn't get it to go. Trojans set back up on offense. I think the pace of this game has favored the Lancers a bit. Lancers like to play fast. There's been some up and down though. Been some slower possessions. Now foul called on Isaiah. Second personal, team's 5th. Peterson's first is good. Ryan Zimmerman checks back into the game for Isaiah Plath. And Peterson gets them both. Zimmerman will bring it up the floor for the Lancers. Over to Schierbeck in the corner. Back out to Ryan. And pass there too strong over Daniel Hines' head. Couldn't handle it. 17-7 the score. Number 40, Lotz, into the game. Three in the corner there from Roby, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ben Oster. Good feed, Ben uses the glass and scores. Great job in transition by the Lancers. Able to get back on offense when New Auburn wasn't able to get back. Lancers come away with it off the miss. Timeout called by Emmanuel. 8 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first half. 19-7, the Lancers lead. Lancers have come out with solid energy. Past couple possessions, I think defensively they haven't looked maybe quite as strong offensively. They got to keep the energy up, which sometimes can be difficult on the road and when you get out to an early lead like this. For New Auburn on the season, led in scoring by Pats at 15.6 points a game. Also their leading rebounder at 5.8 a game. Tristan Harder, their second leading scorer, 11.7 a game. Peterson with 10.5. And Roby averaging 7.9 points a game. They like to play a bit of a slower pace. They're more of a size team, not a real great shooting team in general. And so that Lancers with the ball here out of the timeout. Schierbeck brings it in the front court. Feeds Oster at high post. Over to Sito in the corner. Back out to Schierbeck. Over to Zimmerman. Catch and shoot three off the mark. And Lotz comes away with it for New Auburn. Roby with it far side. Up to Peterson. Back to Roby. Ryan almost able to tip that pass away. Peterson goes up with it inside, able to score.
Help out! Help out!
7:20 left in the first half. 19-9 now the score. Oster with it underneath. Kicks it out to Schierbeck. Now Sito in the corner for three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Daniel Hine. And use the glass there. Good put back, but couldn't quite get it to go. And the Trojans will go back on offense. Now a foul called on the Lancers. Foul on Daniel Hine. First personal, team 6th. Britton Rutz will check back into the game. Britton out there with 2 fouls. Peterson looking to get it in, gets it in for Elmhurst over there, and Trojans able to score that one inside. 11-19. Lancers going to have to pick up the intensity a bit more. Siddle dribbles up top. Over to Schierbeck at the wing. And tough pass there. Able to get it to Siddle. Rutz gets it off for Ethan. Now Schierbeck, far pass in the corner. Got it. Or put up the three. Couldn't get it to go. And Elmhurst gets the rebound for the Trojans. Not quite sure why. I think what I was referring to there when I said got it was that the Schierbeck was able to catch that pass. Far pass all the way across the court. Lancers get the ball back. Schierbeck with it in the front court. Zimmerman at the wing, drives inside, goes up, got it blocked, but able to get the ball back and put it up and in. (21-11) now the score. Peterson with it, feeds inside for Harder, and now travel called inside. Turnover on New Auburn. Lancers girls team's also tonight with a couple of games at home. Those games should be live right now, if you'd like to check those out. Oster underneath, good feed for Schierbeck at the opposite block inside there. Able to put that one up and in. Peterson over to Elmhurst there now. Harder underneath the three there from Peterson, no good. Harder went into Ethan pretty hard. No foul called. And Britton gets fouled there. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. 4:35 left in the first half. 23-11 the score. Britton's first is good. Isaiah Plath back into the game for the Lancers. Paul Schierbeck will head to the bench. Britton, a 74% free throw shooter on the season, and he makes them both there. Lancers back up 25-11. Trojans back up into the half-court offense. Roby with it, top of the key over to Peterson. Now feeds Harder in the lane, goes up with it. No good, Lancers come away with the rebound. Plath out to Oster. Now Zimmerman catch and shoot three from way downtown, got it to go. 28-11. Deep three there from Ryan, able to hit it. Just one he wanted to take. Oster pulls down the rebound for Lancers off the miss. Siddle into the corner to Rutz. Up to Ethan. Plath goes inside and lost it out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans. Lancers will keep it. Not 100% sure what he was trying to do with that pass. I would guess he probably had it poked away from behind. Oster goes up with it inside. Couldn't get the shot to go. Had a few defenders in his way there. Peterson with it for the Trojans in the corner for Roby. Peterson drives inside now. Pats with it underneath there. Ball touched out of bounds by the Lancers. Trojans will inbound. Peterson looking to get it in. Pats goes up with it, no good. Settle the other way for the Lancers. Plath at the wing. Takes a dribble inside, now into the corner for Rutz. Oster to high post. Kicks out to Siddle, catch and shoot three. No good, couldn't quite get that one. And Trojans back on offense once again. Last few possessions, New Auburn has done a good job slowing down the Lancers a little bit regarding the pace of the game. Isaiah with the block from behind. I think you could give probably half a block there to Ben and Isaiah. Foul called there against Ethan. Second personal, team 7th. 2 minutes, 22 seconds in the first half. First free throw there from Pats, excuse me. Hine and Schierenbeck check into the game for Emmanuel. Isaiah and Britton will head to the bench. Pats gets them both. 28-14 now the score. Excuse me, 28-13. Schirmack, good feed for a wide open Ben underneath. Uses the glass and scores 30-13. Peterson at the top of the key. Pass tipped by Schirmack there. Out of bounds. Trojans will inbound along the far sideline. Can't tell who that is. Peterson up with it along the baseline. Zimmerman catch and shoot three. Excuse me, it was off the dribble. I'm not quite sure what I was saying there. 30-13 is the score. Got asked in the chat what the score was. I've been saying it. I would like to be able to put it in the chat for you, but I can't. If somebody else could do that for us, that'd be great. I can't do it when I'm streaming on the same device, so. Schirmack feeds to Oster. Daniel Hine went up with that one there, baseline. No good, but ball out of bounds, last touch by the Trojans. Siddle looking to get it in underneath. Gets it in for Schirmack. And pass tip, Peterson comes away with it for the Trojans. And Pat's up with it underneath there. Counted in the foul. Fouls on Ben Oster, first personal, team's 8th. .42 seconds left in the first half. And Pats completes the three-point play. Zimmerman over to the Siddle. Lancers are going to try to hold for last shot here. Schirmack in the corner. Out to Siddle. 22 seconds. Zimmerman far pass to Schermbeck in the corner. Now to Sitto.
Nice.
Oster goes up with it underneath. No good, but the foul called. Ben will get a chance at the line for two. Ben shooting right about 50% from the free throw line on the season. Not the Leinster's most consistent free throw shooter, but had a good night from the line last time out, so looking to continue that. First one, no good.
Come on, Ben.
And Ben 0 for 2 from the line that time. New Auburn up with a shot there. No good, and that'll be the first half. 30-18 the score at halftime. Lancers with the 12-point lead over New Auburn. Still haven't had anybody put the score in the live chat. Got a request to do that. If someone could please do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Score 30-18 at halftime. Again, I just don't have the ability to. Lancers in the first half, I think, came out very strong. Maybe let up a little bit for a little stretch there. Didn't look quite as sharp as they had coming up, but overall, I think you can be happy with their play in the first half. We'll take about a 10-minute break and be back for the second half. And we're back ready to get underway in the second half here. Manual and New Auburn. Lancers leading 30-18. Coming out of halftime. Got a comment that the girls are leading 22-6. Thanks for the report there. And we're underway. Oster with it, far side for the Lancers. I think in this half the Lancers gonna try to keep pushing the pace on the Trojans. Lancers like to play a lot faster than New Auburn has seemed to. Rutt's in the corner, he'll take the three and left a little short. Roby comes away with the rebound for New Auburn. Roby on the three, no good. Rebound secured by Siddle. Rutt's with it in the corner, out to Plath. Oster at high post. Now Siddle in the corner. Lancers just working it around. Siddle, he'll take the catch and shoot three, buried it. 33-18. Lancers up there with the three out of the break. And Walker able to go inside and score that one for the Trojans. Pass tipped and New Auburn able to come away with it. Walker will bring it up the floor. Gets it down low for Pats and poked out of bounds. Lancers will keep it. Plath into the front court. Gets it over to Zimmerman. Back to Isaiah. Ryan comes off the screen. Drives baseline, kicks out for Siddle. Now Rutt's. Good feed there to Ryan, bobbled it a little bit. And there the ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans. Lancers so far in this possession have just worked the ball around. They haven't looked to go up with anything yet. And Isaiah will take the open jumper and gets the bounce. 35-20 is the Lancers lead. Shot blocked there inside from Walker, and Oster goes up with it underneath. Good job drawing the contact. He'll go to the line for two. Foul on number 35, Tristan Walker. Second personal, team's first. Front end there from Ben, no good. And he got the second one to go. 36-20. Lancers now applying the press, trying to force some turnovers on the Trojans, get the game to speed up on them a bit. And Walker leans in there, scores it off the glass for New Auburn. Lancers seem to be lacking a little bit of energy out there, not playing quickly. Ben had the shot underneath there, blocked. And Trojans will go back the other way on offense. Pats puts it up on the putback, and this time Oster able to come down with the rebound for the Lancers. Ben had a great rebounding game last time out against Lake Holcomb, pulled down 18 boards. Great job for him now on the season, averaging 10.1 a game. And now a foul called on the Lancers. Foul on Isaiah Plath. Third personal, team's first. Isaiah will have to watch the fouls a bit. And Daniel Hine will check in for Isaiah. Roby will bring it up the floor for New Auburn. And now Elmhurst. Back to Roby, now Pats. Up to Peterson, catch and shoot three. Too strong. Long rebound pulled down by Daniel Hine. Rutz with it in the corner. Gets it over to Siddle, now Hine in the corner. Back to Siddle, catch and shoot three. And no good. Britton able to save that one from going out of bounds, but right in the hands of Elmhurst for New Auburn. Foul called against the Lancers. I didn't see that one, but definitely a ways away. Foul on Ethan Siddle, his third. So a couple of the Lancers in the with 3 fouls, but not a terrible situation. Peterson was left open in the corner there. I think Ethan collapsed a little bit too hard on the wingman, and Peterson able to drill the three. Rutz feeds Oster at free throw line. Tried to get a good pass off to Daniel Hine there, ball out of bounds. Lancers will keep it. Paul Sheeran back into the game for Ethan Siddle. Zimmerman in the corner, catch and shoot three. No good, rebound. Pulled down by Ben Oster though. Goes up, no good, but the foul is called. A good chance at the line for two. Ben, I believe 0 for 4 from the line so far tonight. Try to improve here on this trip. 12:58 left in the game. 36-25, Lancers up by 11. Ben's first is short. And Ben able to hit the second one there. Peterson with it for New Auburn. Elmhurst now to Roby. Three there, no good. Lancers come away with the rebound. Zimmerman over to Hine. Daniel dribbles up top between the circles, gives it up for Oster. Drives inside, kicks out to Hine. And Hine with the jump stop, puts up the mid-range jumper, gets it to go. 39-25, Lancers lead. And ball lost out of bounds. Last touch by New Auburn. Emmanuel will take it. Timeout called New Auburn. Lancers, I think, out there, I mean, still playing solid. Got to keep the energy up, though. Lancers last time out in the win against Lake Holcomb. Britton Rutz finished with a career high of 22 points on 3 for 5 from three-point range. Ben Oster finished with 16 points, 18 rebounds. Ryan Zimmerman, 14 points. Ryan didn't have his best night from three-point range, 1 of 7 shooting, but we know he'll improve on that. He's a deadly shooter for the Lancers, so not necessarily a concern there. Ethan Sitto also finished with 10 points, and Paul Scherenbeck with 10 as well. Isaiah Plath finished with 9 points and 5 assists. Scherenbeck with the far side, feeds down low for Rutz, and ball batted around down there. Lancers able to keep control of it. Hine with it baseline. Good pass over to Ben, wasn't quite there for him though. Had a New Auburn defender in the way, able to take it away for the Trojans. Pats drives baseline, kicks out to Peterson, he'll shoot the three, got it. 28-39, Lancers for the most part kind of just trading baskets out there. Like to see the Lancers put up a good run here with lots of energy. Increase the pace on New Auburn and really try to put them away. Scherenbeck over to Zimmerman. Ryan over to Paul. He'll take the three. Got it. Great through there from Paul. He's been having some good games lately. Bringing up the scoring average, and now foul called against the Lancers. Fouls on Britton Rutz, his third personal. Score 42-30. Lancers with the lead. Zimmerman into the front court for the Lancers. Over to Hine baseline. Scherenbeck with it up top. Over to Plath. Gets it into Ben. Hine used the pump fake there. Didn't go up with it though, and now gets it in the corner and travels. Turnover there on the Lancers, 42-31. The lead for Emmanuel. Pats with it down low, goes up with it, and couldn't get it to go. Ball out of bounds, last touch by New Auburn. Just under 10 minutes to play in the game. Zimmerman over to Scherenbeck, up to Isaiah. Hine hands it off for Zimmerman. And Brian fouled there as he slips and goes to the floor. Ryan will look to get in right in front of us. Gets into Scherenbeck in the backcourt. Paul looking for something to do with it. Gets it over to Plath. Drives baseline. And charge called on Isaiah. It'll be his fourth, I believe. Yep, Isaiah's fourth. Team's fourth as well. Ethan Siddle will check back into the game. Peterson gets it up for Elmhurst there. No good, and ball tipped out of bounds there by Walker. Lancers will get possession back. Trojans set up in the 1-2-2 zone. Schierenbeck far side. Rutz in the corner. Shoots Oster, kicks it out for Schierenbeck, the three. Got it. All net from Paul Schierenbeck. Roby far side over to Pearson now. Walker went up with it there. Rebound pulled down by Oster. Sito gets in the corner for Schierenbeck. Just got reported in the live chat that the Lancers girls are leading 40-11 at halftime. Good lead for them. Three there from Daniel Hine in the corner, no good, but the putback there from Schierenbeck goes, and 47-31 now. Lancers stretching the lead out a little bit. They hope to continue to do that. Three there from Roby off the mark. Elmhurst gets the rebound though, and this time Ben able to pull it down. Lancers, I think generally speaking, have rebounded pretty well in this game, which against a Trojans team with size, there's Ethan hits the three. We knew the rebounding would be a big deal in this game for the Lancers. Peterson there on the three, no good. And Sito tried to save it from going out of bounds, but it'll be last touched by Emmanuel. Trojans ball along the sideline. Ryan Zimmerman in the game for Paul Schierenbeck. And now timeout called. Both teams going to talk things over. Lancers take the timeout.
Now say something. Now say something is fine.
Is that commercial break?
Yeah, Tony's Bobcat.
Bobcats.
Tony's Bobcat. Although today's wearing his what? A Menard shirt?
7:18 left in the game. 47-31. The lead for the Lancers. Lancers in a little bit of foul trouble. Isaiah with 4, a couple other guys with 3. Gonna have to watch those. I think Lancers still just gonna continue to try to do what they're doing out there, but I think just keep up the intensity, try to pick it up a bit. Just saw the video buffer there a little bit. Hopefully connection stays strong the rest of the night. Seems like it's been pretty good most of the time tonight. Lancers come the other way with it now. Sito hit the wing over to Rutz. Feed high post for Oster. Now Zimmerman, or excuse me, Rutz fed to Ben there. Ball passed out of bounds. Trojans will take it back. Lancers on the season averaging 15.9 turnovers a game. And now we got a flagrant foul called against the Lancers, it looks like. Not sure who that was on. It was on, fouls on Ryan Zimmerman, first personal, team's 5th. Roby there, able to get both the free throws to go. And Trojans will take the ball on the sideline. Isaiah Plath in the game for Ryan Zimmerman. 47-33 the score. Roby with it at the wing. Gets up to Lotz, now over to Peterson. Pass tip, but Trojans able to keep control of it. Pat's able to get position inside there, but not able to score. Lancers will look to push the other way. Now they'll slow it up in the half-court offense. So at the wing over to Plath. Now Rutz in the corner, and pass taken away there. Now another turnover forced by the Lancers. Able to take it back from the Trojans. Lancers got to take care of the ball out there. Daniel Hine up with it in the lane, no good, but foul's called to go to the line for 2 free throws. Good pass there from Ben. Daniel hits the first. 48-33 the score with 5:48 left in the game. Lancers have held the lead pretty much the entire game. Jumped out big in the first half, and that's kind of remain the difference. Lancers haven't continued to make a huge run at New Auburn. Whereas Lotz sinks the 3 for the Trojans. Lead for the Lancers back to 13. But the Lancers have played solidly. I think the game's kind of drifted more into the Trojans' pace. One thing you got to give them credit for, been able to slow down this Lancers team. And now a foul called off the ball, I believe, on the Lancers on Ethan Sitto. Ethan's 4th personal, team 6th. So Ethan also out there now with 4 for the Lancers. Fouls, I think, down the stretch of the season, Lancers are going to definitely have to learn to watch them. And now another foul called. But fouls, free throws can make or break a game, so Lancers will have to watch their fouls throughout the end of the season. Foul there on Ben Oster, 2nd personal, team 7th. Front end of the 1-on-1 there for Peterson, good. 5 minutes left in the game. And able to make them both. 38-49. Lancers lead. Oster with it inside. Goes up underneath. Uses the glass and scores. Lancers, although they have been restricted to more of the slower pace, they have done a good job in the half-court offense, coming up with buckets. And ball out of bounds, last touch by the Trojans. Lancers get it back. There's been a couple times I think the Lancers could have taken care of the ball a bit better, but they overall have done a solid job of that tonight.
Nice.
And Ben uses the Euro step, scores it off the glass for the Lancers. 53-38 now. Lancers lead back to 15. Harder there, able to go up and score. Haven't really seen much from him tonight. The second leading scorer for New Auburn. Hine feeds to Oster there, kicks out. Schierenbeck for three, got it. Paul's having a good night tonight. Hit several threes for the Lancers in this one. Peterson drives inside, goes up and scores. And timeout called New Auburn. 56-42, the lead for the Lancers. Lancers doing a good job keeping control of this game.
You really gotta cut to commercial before it gets there.
Both teams still talking things over in the huddle. And ready to get back out there now. It'll be Lancers ball. Looks like the Trojans are going to apply a press here. Try to force some turnovers on the Lancers with 3:24 left in the game. If they could get a lot of turnovers on the Lancers, they could start cutting down the lead, but Lancers, I think, have been in control of the game in a good way. And travel there called on Paul as he was about to shoot the three. That's a turnover, not something you want to have. Paul check out of the game. Lots gives it up for Roby. He'll shoot the three, no good. Siddle pulls down the rebound for Emmanuel. And Zimmerman will slowly bring it up the floor. Gets up to Plath. Siddle far side. And timeout called Lancers. Coach Williams got some words to give him. Lancers have typically done a good job throughout the season getting past the full court press. Haven't let it cause too many turnovers on them too many times. And that's our message from Tony Siddle tonight. Oh man. Well, we'll get back to basketball now. On the season, Ryan Zimmerman averaging 20.1 points a game for the Lancers. Leads the Dairyland in that category. Also some notable stats for the Lancers. Britton Rutz with averaging 11 points a game now. He's had a lot of solid nights the past several games. Lancers just draining some time off the clock here. Siddle open in the corner, but won't take it, just willing to take the time. Just draining clock. Zimmerman and Ethan playing catch here. Now they'll feed it over to Isaiah. Out to Rutz. Now back to Zimmerman. Ethan back to Zimmerman. Ethan in the corner. Gives it up for Oster. Now Britton will finish off the glass. Count it, plus the foul. Fouls on Matt Elmhurst. Second personal, team's fifth. And Britton able to complete the three-point play there. Lancers applying a bit of pressure. And Trojans will break through it. Peterson with it. Feeds for Harder underneath. Goes up with it. No good, but foul is called. Believe it will be on Ben Oster. Ben's third personal, team's eighth. Harder's first is good. Second one no good. Rebound pulled down by Plath. Zimmerman up the floor for the Lancers. And now gets fouled there by Elmhurst. (59-43). Lancers lead, minute 26 left in the game. Siddle gets it in for Oster. Now over to Zimmerman, and there he gets fouled. This time Ryan will go to the line for the one-on-one. Good job by the Lancers getting the ball into the hands of Ryan. Their best free throw shooter, 82% on the year. Left the front end short there though. Peterson with it for the Trojans. And Pats goes up underneath and scores. Lancers break through the press. And now a foul, and I believe it'll be on Roby. Ryan will shoot the one-on-one this time. Once again, 1 minute, 1 second left in the game. 59-45 the score. We will be with you tomorrow night. Lancers boys travel to Cornell. Should be a fun game there. Welcome you to join us for that one. Also, I believe there are girls' games tomorrow as well. And Daniel Hine will check into the game. Ryan Zimmerman will head to the bench. 61-45 the lead. Peterson drives inside and goes up with the hook shot baseline. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans. Sermon back into the game. About the quickest rest on the bench you could ever see. Isaiah gets fouled there. He'll go to the line, shoot the 1-1. Fouls on Peterson, his 4th, team's 9th. And now Daniel Hine will check back into the game. Ryan to the bench again. Left it short. Rutt's able to grab the rebound from the Lancers. Plath in the corner. And pass deflected, taken away by New Auburn. 3 there from Peterson. Got it. Peterson has had a good shooting night for New Auburn. New Auburn, as a team, not a great shooting team. Here's we got a timeout called. New Auburn shooting 32% from three-point range on the season. I mean, that's not a terrible number. We've definitely seen teams that shoot a lesser percentage. Peterson is their leading three-point shooter percentage-wise, shooting 38% on the year. Good number there. He's definitely had a solid night out there tonight. And on the season, Lancers from the field shooting 47% as opposed to New Auburn's 41%. New Auburn averaging 32 rebounds a game. Lancers sitting at 29. I think the Lancers have done a good job on the boards tonight. And now we got a foul on Lotz. Zimmerman at the line. He'll shoot 2. Or, yep, shooting the double bonus this time. First one's good. And Ryan gets that one to go. Daniel Hine will once again check in. And Ryan will head to the bench. Lancers playing Daniel on the defensive end. Sending Ryan out there to go shoot free throws. Lancers unable to come away with the offensive rebound there, or the defensive rebound. Full timeout called now by the Trojans. 63-52, Lancers lead. 21.8 seconds left in the game. Lancers averaging 67.9 points per contest on the season. New Auburn, 62.4. I think that sort of reflects their style of play, slower and a little bit less of a shooting team, more not so much the big offensive firepower. It'll be Lancers ball. I think for the Lancers, the way they've been playing lately, I think they're set up in a good place that if they can come playoff time, put together some good games. Ryan gets fouled there. He'll come down the floor and shoot a couple. But Lancers, if I think they're playing well at this time of the year. You know, you look back on a couple of their losses that I think really, if those were played at this time of the year, Lancers might have been able to take the win. They've been improving over the course of the season. Ryan gets them both 65-52 now, but now Daniel Hine will check back in once again, and Ryan will head to the bench. Daniel out there getting some experience on defense. Always great to see. Peterson will pull up with the long three, no good. And now another foul called on the Trojans at this point with 7.5 seconds left. I'm not sure what their intent is, just to let the Lancers get some more practice from the free throw line, maybe. Not really sure. But I think the Lancers, if they can continue to really keep the turnovers down, that'll be a big thing for them as they head into postseason play here in just a couple more weeks. And Isaiah hits them both. I think they'll be in good shape. Also just got to play good defense, because the offense is really coming on strong. Lancers with 6 players that can go out there and put up really good nights. And final score tonight, 67-52. Lancers take the win here on the road against a good New Auburn team. We didn't expect this one to be a completely easy win, and the Lancers really came out and played a solid game. Thanks. And we will be live with you tomorrow for the games at Cornell. And thank you for joining us. I'm Ashton Loomis saying thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.